So hey Scott, we're here on the Moleco booth. You're showing off some new bits, right?
I'm Scott from Industrial Music Electronics, and I've brought a couple new modules to show you that will be released in the spring. This first module here is Contempt. It is a stereo analog compressor gate, a dynamics manager, with a digitally analyzed sidechain. You may blend between internal and external sidechain signals. You have a makeup gain control, of course. Both the compressor and the gate sections have your 3-color button for red, orange, and green behaviors, which change the gain and time constants. Attack and release, threshold and ratio controls on the compressor. Release amount and threshold on the gate section.
So is the compressor kind of based on any kind of like classic like compressor designs, or?
Some of the compressor behaviors have been inspired by other units, like for example the green mode. I always like the FMR RNC unit, and for the orange, there's the SSL E-Series channel compressor. The circuit's a plain VCA under digital control, but the actual circuit does not emulate any compressor. All the flavor comes from the behavior of the process sidechain signal. And of course, the red mode goes further into extremes. Maybe not the best use for recording, but for creative dynamics management, that's where you'd like to be. Now, I've also got the Mark II version of the Bionic Lester. Bionic Lester is a dual multi-mode filter, 2-pole, with a switch capacitor design, so it's a sort of a hybrid. It's an analog filter, but it's discrete time as well. So at lower cutoff settings on the low pass and band pass outputs, you would get some aliasing behavior. But new in the Mark II, there's an anti-alias setting. Bionic Lester's filters have 3 outputs: low pass, band pass, and a variable one, which can go from notch to all pass to high pass. The input distortion characteristics differ in each mode as well, and inputs are very hot. So the most characteristic thing about the Bionic Lester is the input distortion. New on the Mark II, you have mixed bipolar mixers for each output, and then a master mixer to do a parallel mix of the A and B sections. Or you may patch it in series if you like. There's already a normal from A to B for the parallel operation.
So the Contempt and the Bionic Lester, are they kind of like ready to go, or like how long are you hoping to get them out?
All 3 new modules will be available around April or thereabouts. We're busy restocking the Stilson hammer and the Piston Honda first, so all of our resources are currently tied up with that. However, the 3 new modules will be quickly ready to go after that.
So yeah, so let's have a look at the last one.
Well, this last one is Margos Bleak. Please use the UK pronunciation at all times. This is a 4-channel quantizer. It actually has 2 inputs that can be assigned to the 4 output rows in various ways. Each row gives you an octave control, a detune, a vibrato amount, and a slew amount knob.
That's what we're hearing right now, right?
Yes, I have a nice 4 oscillator stack going with various octave settings, and you can hear the vibrato as well. Each row you can also program semitone offsets, as shown on the display. These semitone settings can be programmed as presets and then step through a CV, so it can become a chord sequencer of sorts. The generator has amount knobs for all 4 channels, and the outputs can be set to different phases, so you can vary the thickness of your vibrato that way. The quantizer is more or less the same from the Stilson hammer, where you pick a root note and a type of scale. There are also various gate inputs at the bottom for triggering the quantizer, turning the slew on and off, and then swapping the input assignments.
So do you know a price on all 3 of these new modules yet?
This will be somewhere around $400. Obviously, it's not final. We have to get a quote from manufacturing. I know it costs nearly as much as an oscillator, but it ties them all together in musically useful ways. The compressor is that'd be about $275 to $300 retail. Bionic Lester would be just south of $500 US.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much, Ed.